Managing macros for goals. Okay, so for those of you who aren't aware, macros are macronutrients. We are talking fats, carbs, and proteins. Basically, the three main components of your diet that will give your body everything that it needs, or the main things that it needs to thrive. And when we're talking proteins, we're talking about things like chicken, eggs, tofu. Fats, we're talking about things like avocado, olive oil, nuts. And for your carbs, we're talking things like rice, potatoes, even bread. Now, those, as I said, are the three main parts that make up a good diet, okay, a balanced diet. We're currently going to discount the micronutrients, so your vitamins and minerals, basically, because there was a question specifically about macros. Now, depending on your goals, your protein intake, your protein requirements are actually going to be pretty static, okay? We're talking about between zero point 0.8 to 1.2 grams per pound of your body weight. Generally, that fares very well per person. There is this questionnaire, this thing, this study that they did where um, each person is a specific type, and based on questions that they answer can be a protein type, a carb type, or a fat type. And certain people will thrive on the higher protein intake out of that 0.8 to 1.2 grams, and other people won't actually need the extra and can get everything they need from that lower end of the scale. But that amount, whether you are chasing fat loss, maintaining, or even muscle growth, that protein amount generally won't change. The toggling happens between the carbs and the fats. Now, overall, if your goal is to lose fat, then your calories need to be less than the calories that you are expending. So you need to eat fewer calories than what you are using on a day-to-day basis so that you are in a deficit. Carbs and fats have different amounts of calories per gram. Okay. Now, carbs our bodies need for sustained energy, nice slow release energy most of the time. And fats are absolutely necessary. I know that a lot of people will cut fats out because fat makes you fat. No. Ultimately, it comes down to the calories. So you can toggle between the two. The thing is, your fats, you need to have, as a woman, you need to have a certain amount, a certain percentage to make sure that your hormones fare well and therefore help your body to do everything that it needs to do and fuel it well. Also, the other thing is fat is very satiating. So I generally would concentrate on keeping my training days higher in the carbs, because I know for my workouts, I'm going to need that fuel, that energy to make sure that I am consistently progressing and lifting exactly what I need to get my body to, build that lean muscle and elevate my metabolism. This on the days that I don't train, I don't mind not having that full complement of carbs that I would have calculated, because the fats keep me satiated and I'm not actually expending as much energy on a workout because I'm obviously having a rest day. I'm not working out. So I don't need that carb fuel. None of us here are bikini competitors, and so it doesn't really make a huge difference. If, however, you find that you are, by concentrating on fats, you are taking yourself into a calorie surplus, then yes, you will start to gain weight. And that goes for any situation. A calorie surplus will take you into the weight gain side of things. Now, for someone who's chasing muscle growth, carbs are the key. Okay, so essentially those carbs, as I said, are going to help you to really push on your training and feed and fuel those muscles to make sure that they repair and recover well for you to keep pushing. And that's the thing. That's ultimately, it's just a case of toggling between those two main macros depending on what your goals are. Protein, as I said, pretty much static no matter what your goal is. I hope that helps.